upgrade the Mjolnir, but not sure. Overall, the Nip lineup feels well-rounded and pretty easy to execute.
I kind of like the Winter Wyvern with the control there. They've got the Fire Blast to work with, as well as the LSA from the Lina. Like, there's a lot going their way, I think, in terms of control, and I do like the team fight aspect of it as well when you've got Winter's Curse to work with. So
prepare to make way.
Would like to see how that goes, but I mean, the same could be said here for Lithium. They do have Overgrowth later on, and you can combine that with a nice Ice Blast. See what they can do there.
I love what PPD is doing. He bought 2 sentry wards. You need to have double sentry ward when you're playing against Treant. Treant doesn't even have a sentry ward for himself. Yeah, but AA has one, so you need to be able to plant a sentry ward. They're waiting for your sentry ward, so they know it's down there. They eat it, and then you eat their sentry ward. But they might swap things around. Let's see what Pexu is doing. He's on top alone. Maybe they just want to scout the lanes first. Morana did not skill the arrow yet.
So they spot Socks over top. Kezu looks like he's walking over top to swap this lane out and be in the safe lane with Madara in the off lane. And that would be Morana against the Terrorblade. And how do you feel about that matchup coming in with MNT?
And we're clear for running.
He has an Undying. That's basically 2 range heroes against 2 melee heroes when the Metamorphosis is down, so they want to swap that. They want to probably just try not to play against that. Ideally, you want to have Terrorblade against Wraith King.
Yeah, they bring 33 down here immediately. He TPs over. Sometimes in these situations, though, when you're the first to TP in musical lanes, you are definitely at a high risk of missing out on the matchup.
Yes, you don't want to do that, so just walking there. If they want to swap, get something like swap again, continue swapping, like profit. Right?
And there it is. There's the Winter Wyvern coming down, and PPD showing himself, and there's the switch. So Madara makes the switch, as well as the TP for the Wraith King once again. So I'm interested to see if Ace is going to make the movement, but he pops meta, so maybe he switches after Metamorphosis is off cooldown.
Yeah, he wants to farm this creep wave, probably, and then swap.
Pexu taking a lot of damage. Fire Blast comes out. PPD looking for one last decay. Not even going to need it as Saksa gets the last hit on Pexu for first blood. Kezu, meanwhile, gets hit with the decay and in a lot of trouble with the Splinter Blast coming in. The stun is available for the Ogre Magi. He gets it. PPD moving in, and Saksa's got himself a double kill all of a sudden.
Wraith King does not even have a stun. He has Mortal Strike level 1. Okay, and the Winter Wyvern just got a double kill, so that's a magic stick plus a boots and level 2 on Winter Wyvern. And Winter Wyvern had Splinter Blast instead of Arctic Burn. In some situation, you deal more damage with Arctic Burn. Sorry, with Splinter Blast.
But now quickly to level 2. Ooh, Storm mid.
Oh, miss! Miss uphill. Okay.
Not gonna matter. Still gets the kill.
And it's a region rune, so that means double null talisman, full mana on Lina. Now this lane could easily go from let's say a good start to a stomp.
NIP already ahead in a multitude of fashions here, as PPD here with 33. They've actually gone with the Undying with the Ogre now and put Winter Wyvern with Ace, Saksa with Ace.
They want to have someone who can harass that Morana, that's why.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, just because when they were keeping the Undying with Ace, they were hoping to get the matchup against the Wraith King, but they're just going to try and get the Undying against the Wraith King instead of also moving Ace, it seems like. But then they bring Socks up, like you said, for the harassment onto the Mirana.
Mage is nowhere close his bottle. He needs to bring more regen. He's actually doing it right now, but chicken is being used, so he might die again, or he might miss a couple of more CS. Lina is gonna use the chicken for herself. That's a full magic wand, double null, and a clarity. She's just controlling the lane right now. Full level ahead.
Yeah, about to hit 5 while Mage hits 4. That is... Because then you're going to be dealing with the Laguna Blade way earlier. That if he doesn't have his bottle by then, he's just going to get blown up here. This could be a really big problem for the Storm Spirit to have such a slow start.
Oh, is he going to have enough mana? Magic wand charge. It's a cooldown. Does not want to chase Arcane Rune on top. Sadly, she does not have a bottle at this point.
Ace comes over bottom, and now they've got the decay coming through. Great Fire Blast is going to come out onto PPD. But Peksu trying to run, and Ace gets the kill after the Soul Rip is used, and it's 4-0 in favor of NIP coming into this Metamorphosis, and now looking to step up the farm in this lane.
Oh man, look at him. He's actually chasing Kazu. Kazu forced to use a magic wand. And that's just a Terrorblade with the brown boots, nothing else. Level 4, but he's bloodlusted, so he feels 10 times more scarier.
Gosh. Mage still sitting low as he's about to hit 5, and Lina is level 6. But
with Arcane Rune.
Yeah, but back at the base. And actually not TPing back.
I think she TP'd back to base.
Saksa, leap under the tower. Madara, this is really deep for you. You have one more leap. Kinda have to be careful as Arctic Burn unfortunately is on cooldown, but if the Ignite comes through as well as the Splinter Blast, there it is. Oh, it doesn't go to Madara though. There's the arrow to hit onto 33. They've got the Fire Blast continuing forward. Saksa looking to get the kill. Here is Leap is still on cooldown. They've got the heal, but the question is it going to be enough with the Splinter Blast coming out? It's not. And, oh boy. 5-0 here for Ninjas and Pyjamas.
Yeah, maybe next time. Also came close if Saksa used Splinter Blast on him right away. They did not need it to chase that far, but still. Mirana early on these leap, restore charge, 1 minute. That's so long.
He's going down over bottom.
Dyer's middle tower is drowning.
I don't think he had PPD right there with him to start them.
Faces a stiff win.
So 33, what's the build here? He's got an Arcane Boots as over bottom, Tombstone drop, PPD though. One more shot,
Mid lane.
uses the Soul Rip trying to survive. Also over mid, Mage really low. One more shot if he can find it, but into the trees, LSA misses. And PPD ends up dying over bottom.
Yeah, Mage dodged Laguna Blade. What was your question again?
It was, what's the build for an offlane Ogre?
Oh. Well, you can go for just mana boots is normal, so you get more mana, and then you can build pretty much whatever you want. You can go for Ether Lance, buy a pipe, buy a Spirit Vessel, whatever your team needs.
So even though it's just it's an offlane, it's all very heavy in the utility. It's not much. I mean, it's just basically Ogre with more farm, where you're looking for just very sporty but very expensive support items.
Yes. And you have the GPM talent, so those items are gonna come in pretty quickly. More quickly than other offlaners, so. Lina had to go base, and Mage actually recovered from this. He has the same CS. Storm farms jungle way faster, but bottom lane Kazu, he can't run away from this. Too much slow.
No way he's walking away. Decay should finish it, and for a second maybe thinking you would put the caster's curse on it, but the decay was there. They got the kill.
They had the decay, they had tombstone if he was running away.
But Ace doing a really good job. He's 2-1-1. Unfortunately went down recently, but he's still sitting second on the net worth, very close to where the Lina is. And Moonlight Shadow. Haste coming here for Mage into that bottle. See how he works that is over top. Ooh, 33 getting low. There's the leap once again. Now North. He tries to walk away, but the cold feet as well as the last shot coming in from Madara will get the kill. So a couple of kills come in the way of Lithium. Fire blast over on Asaxa. Reflection being used. Ace trying to do enough damage. He doesn't have Metamorphosis at the moment for another 41 seconds. Splinter Blast hurting Peksu. They've got this Sentry Ward. He's going to try and heal himself up. Meanwhile, on the side, we've got the Lina looking for the kill onto Kezu. And with that Laguna Blade, Fada will clean him up. 2 kills here for Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Yeah, I like the build on Winter Wyvern. Usually you see people not getting Cold Embrace, but 1 point is so valuable. I mean, the Arctic Burn lowers your cooldown on level 2 by 10 seconds, a little bit more movement slow and health burn, but if you're playing against these heavy right clickers, 3 and protect 100 damage, a Raid King with a crit, it's better to have it.
So 9-3 at the moment, and this time the Laguna Blade getting a kill. He said that Mage did avoid it earlier, so Winter Wyvern coming over. There's the Bloodlust, 33 moving forward, slow as well as the Cold Feet and the arrow on a 33. The Cold Embrace is going to be out there. Arctic Burn slowing down MNT, leap away from Madara. He's actually out of leaps right now, and the Splinter Blast going to make this much harder as the Ignite is thrown, but the chase isn't there.
Minute 10. 1, 2. 2 for 2 in terms of runes. AA will get the book, so that's gonna get him to level 6. And let's check who has the book on the Nip side. Probably gonna be PPD. He's level 4 only. You want to get those points up, get the Tombstone.
Yeah, he's gone 1-1-2. Sometimes I see level 2 into the decay just for the extra damage and the harassment, but this game has gone a little bit differently than what I see in some normal Undying games where, you know, the laning is a little bit more stationary and you're just using the decay constantly, but it feels like there's a lot more movement from NIP side.
Yeah, Storm needs to bring out the TP. He has Arcane Rune in the bottle. You have Treant Protector who has level 3 living armor, so they could turn things around easily with a couple of TPs.
Peksu moving over it. PPD did buy that Tome of Knowledge, so that's coming out to him now. Wraithfire Blast going to be used on PPD, but he drops the Tombstone. Metamorphosis used by Ace. They're going to try and get the kill on Kezu. Not enough damage as Soul Rip used to keep PPD healthy, and Saxa goes down to Madara. Over top the look is 33 hits away at Madara, but
Mid lane.
Mid. Fada dropping the Mage. Moonlight Shadow as well as that Arcane Rune. Best rune there for Storm Spirit, and able to get a kill onto this Lina.
Yeah, and Treant Protector enables Storm Spirit to play way more aggressively than he normally should.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And he's sitting level 11. And actually, top of the net worth right now is the Mirana and the Storm. It was the Lina as well as the Terribly, but things have heavily changed. As Lithium, especially Mirana, starting to really pull ahead. Almost as this Maelstrom, only 300 gold away.
Yeah, Mirana is extremely farmed. 13 minutes in, almost a Maelstrom. Level 10.
Winter's Curse coming out onto the Mirana. Ball lightning over. Laguna Blade's going to be used. They'll get the kill on Madara. Now the Electric Vortex Fada already killed off the ball, and forward looking for PPD or Soxa. With the overgrowth hitting 3 of these heroes, this could really turn poor for Ninjas in Pyjamas. The Leech Seed gets used, and getting low and dying will be 33. Following that up will be Soxa. 4 heroes dead for NIP. As Terriboy continues to just try and farm the jungle, but I mean, that is the game plan. Unfortunately, now Ninjas in Pyjamas lose 4 in that fight.
That's the downside of Winter's Curse. When you use it on one hero, try to set up gank with it, you give them 4 seconds so they can react.
That's a lot of time to be able to save whoever's locked into that Winter's Curse. Despite the 4 kills and Lithium starting to really turn it on, it's only about a 1,000 net worth lead. Still Ace really farming quite well.
And he's gonna continue to farm well with the Bloodlust, and I think they just need to fight around the Tombstone. Storm Spirit has amazing amount of farm right now, level 12 with Kaya.
Dire are scanning for enemies. Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
Wood picked up here for the Ogre Magi. He's going to be going into the Spirit Vessel afterwards. Fada, who's died consecutive times. It's you know, been rough for him as he's trying to pick up this Yules. Arrow coming in. Soxa does not expect this at all, as there's the ball lightning over as well as the kill. They threw the Ice Blast, but it's not going to matter. And with getting this kill onto Soxa, they get the tier 1 over bottom on top of that. And then, meanwhile, over top, PPD into that ult, looks over at Kezu. The stun comes through as well as the Laguna Blade onto Pexu, but the arrow hits on 33. Kezu chasing PPD. The Tombstone is down with the Wraith Fire Blast coming through. PPD can only just run and decay for a moment to extend the inevitable, but Madara ends up getting that kill.
Yeah, so we see Winter Wyvern having Urn. I was talking about Ogre Magi being really versatile in terms of what he can build, and now he has a Spirit Vessel queued up. Like, you don't want to have Spirit Vessel and Urn in the same team, because if you get the charge on Urn instead of a Spirit Vessel, I mean, you would probably just delete your local C file inventory where Dota is, right?
So, in other words, retiring as Mage gets kill on Ace, but over top they get 33 as well. Ball lightning forward looking for Fada also. Mage doing so much at this moment, and the Winter's Curse just too late to save Fada.
Thanks for playing Dota 2. Double kill.
Wow. He has really turned this game around for himself. It looked like he was getting absolutely dumpstered in the mid lane, and now all of a sudden he's 7-1 and about to pick up another Arcane Rune.
Oh man. Well, we discussed in our previous series about some good upcoming players for this season. I mentioned Mage. Oh, he might actually get a kill on this Winter Wyvern.
Electric Vortex, and there it is.
The Monstonage.
Monster kill streak, and not stopping. He's just not stopping. He has found his moment and is continuing to ball out of control. And you talked about how if the game went late, you really liked it for Lithium. But if it's going early, it's going well early now. Is it even going to get to that point? Are we still not considering the Terrorblade, though? I mean, he only has Yasha at the moment.
Terrorblade is one of the best late game carries. He knows something is up, so you should never underestimate him, especially with the Bloodlust.
Yeah, he's going to be doing quite a bit. You think it's enough, just him is, I mean, I wouldn't say just him, but him and the Lina to go up against this Lithium lineup?
Yeah, you have Winter Wyvern, you have Ogre. The heroes scale well on side of net.
Dire's bottom tower is about
Arrowhead.
The Ice Blast coming in. The Winter's Curse is going to be used. That Ice Blast hit onto a couple. PPD getting low. They'll lose the first life onto this Wraith King, but PPD ends up dropping. There's the reflection on a bunch of these heroes with the Laguna Blade taking out Pexu. Electric Vortex pulling in Ace. He goes down to Mage. And so far, it's a 2-for-1. Fada 33 and as well as Saxa looking to clean up some more, but maybe not their best move as Fada gets cleaned up by the Starstorm of Madara. The Cold Embrace extending the inevitable as they will lose Saxa, but 33 gets the 10 kill streak of Mage. While he will fall here, that's worth 1,400 gold to him.
Yeah, he got the last hit, but the problem is they still don't have anything good that deals with living armor. Only thing they have is Ignite, and they were spread in that fight. The Terrorblade was here alone, and others were pretty much here trying to defend the Tombstone and save the Undying.
That really went belly up there for Ninjas in Pyjamas. As they're really falling behind, down 6,000 net worth, as Storm and Murata are up almost 3,000 on the top of the net worth hero for Ninjas in Pyjamas, and that's Ace on the Terrorblade.
Yeah, and this Treant is actually playing position 5, so he has what he needs to have. You only need him to be level 7, so you have your living armor maxed out. He's buying all the support items, Terrorblade.
Oh no, Sunder coming out on the Mage for the ball, laning onto the high ground as well as getting all the way to the Roche Pit. Looked really bad for this Terrorblade as he was down to one shot, but the Winter's Curse came out in defense, and then I thought they were going to be able to clean up Mage, but he is able to ball lightning out.
And this AA is gonna have shit ton of items. He's level 11, which means he has a GPM talent, is building towards Yule Scepter and Spirit Vessel. So he has his ulti to stop healing, and when it's not up, then he has a Spirit Vessel, a lot of heal coming out from Soul Rip and Winter Wyverns. Cold Embrace mid lane. Oh man.
Lightning, Ice Blast coming in, but there's a silence on to the Lina so fast. The ball lane continues. Looking for the stun though is 33. Won't find it. Fought it dead again.
Yeah, even though he misses 2 huge zips, they miss AA ulti. It just shows how far ahead they are right now. And there's a region rune on the bottom for this Storm Spirit. The only one who can dispel his Orchid right now is Lina with Yules, and he went for her and killed her, so...
Oh boy, ball lightning in very deep. Looking for the Winter Wyvern. Will get the kill on the Saxa. He is all over the map right now. I swear the runes he's been picking up have been just perfect for a Storm game. He's picked up multiple arcane runes, multiple regens. Oh boy.
Kazu feels so good in this game. He actually bought Midas as a second item just to increase his farm. And he's building Heaven's Halberd as a third item. I'm not sure if that's the correct play. He still can change things around against the Terrorblade. You're gonna see who's bloodlusted, so you can use it on him, which is good. And he's not building into Radiance, which is a good choice against the Terrorblade's Reflection. Also, this Deep Ward shows a lot of vision, and this Terrorblade needs to have a Mantis style, or Storm can just easily pick him off.
Yeah, and it's been very tough. He finishes off the Dragonlance. Mage here going defensive with the Lincolns next.
Yeah, he does not want to get Arcane Cursed or Lina Yule Scepter, plus he can always go for a Terrorblade. He can't use Sunder on him, so I think that's the correct choice. Bottom lane is pushing out, so they know Nip is preparing to take a tier 1 tower on top. The bottom is gonna take some damage.
It's taking quite a bit of damage as 33 coming over, looking for the stun, but there's the blink away. The Tombstone is going to be dropped by PPD. Meanwhile, At 33 in a little bit of trouble. The Winter's Curse does come out to the BKB Madara. Binding in. Mage goes through. He throws the Orchid onto the Terror Blade. The Electric Vortex comes out. They'll take out Ace. The Laguna Blade cleaning up this storm. Fada ends up falling afterwards, and now the chase is on for 33 and the two supports. They lose both their top cores. And Kezu with Fire Blast, stunned up by the Fire Blast. Kezu doesn't quite care though, as he's got the reincarnation, but they look for MNT. Will take him out. 33 just running in like the ogre he is. Madara taking a lot of damage. PPD using the decay, hits on 2. They end up getting the kill onto the Undying. Pexu's here as well with the Wraith Fire Blast hitting. Then the arrow to follow it up. Cold Embrace will only save 33 for so long. Leech Seed comes out. There's the stun. 3 times multicast, as well as the Ignite coming in, but finally the Starstorm will take out 33 and this nuisance of an ogre.
There was a huge AA ulti. It hit 3-man. Also, I love what Treant is doing. He's not afraid to use Overgrowth on one hero. They lock him down in place with the Cold Feet, and not the best target, because that's Ogre, who has a lot of armor, and he has a Hood plus a Crimson Guard finish now. So that's going to mitigate a lot of the right-click damage. Also, if he wants to go for that kind of a build, he should upgrade into a Pipe Storm. Deals a lot of magical damage. Oh man, that jump. That should reveal the ward on the high ground. PPD should reward that one.
That was perfect setup, and that comes from the ward that you talked about. That deep ward that spots the jungle. You know Terror Blade doesn't really feel too safe in lanes. He's going to be farming the jungle. And right there you have the jump in with the preemptive Ice Blast. Perfect.
This Storm Spirit is level 20, 24 minutes in. This is just insane.
This is 11,000 net worth. It really is insane. And Ninjas in Pyjamas seem lost for answers at the moment. I mean, they're relying on the TB, but still, it is very tough to rely that heavily on one man.
Terrorblade needs so many items this game. He needs Manta Style and he also needs a BKB. He needs to get out of the Orchid. He needs to get out of Overgrowth on their found Treant Protector. Not the best skill they can found. Only 230 gold. And Mirana
Mage
went for full Mjolnir. Yeah,
that was very greedy. You knew they were there after you lost your Treant to go for that bounty rune. That is really greedy. Again, giving up.
This is how you throw the game. Terrorblade still has meta. They need to fully commit to this tower since they have a Treant. ALT gonna connect on 3 people, 4 people actually.
Dyer's top tower is about to take the plunge.
See if they can grab this tower. I mean, they should. They're not deterred by the Ice Blast, knowing that Storm's still dead.
Yeah, and Mirana having a full Mjolnir. If you use that on a Raid King who just does not give a fuck, he goes in with the Mjolnir procs against Terrorblade Illusions. They're just gonna disappear. And the bottom tower, slowly but surely, they're just chipping some damage on it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Looking to clean it up, and Lincoln's here on the Mirana as well, so they're looking for Lincolns on multiple heroes. They just need the Perseverance on the Storm, and Madara working close up the amount of gold needed for this. Lincoln
Storm's in.
Has it. Storm zips in, but now he's hit by the Yules. They'll drop down the Tombstone.
And Storm's out.
Storm's dead. And you were talking about this is how you throw the game.
Twice in a row he died, and they can't play the Dota that they were playing. So.
At least he's dying doing what he loves. Zipping in 5-1 again, actually.
So Terrorblade has a BKB now.
Kezu taking a bit of damage, and he does have that reincarnation, but nobody's here at the moment to kind of save him. Fada Taking a lot of damage, however. Has to be very careful. There's the Fire Blast. Fada trying to run away, but the Wraith Fire Blast comes in. Crimson Guard gets used. Fada surviving for now. The Ignite as well as the Fire Blast again. Unable to kill Fada. And they will get the kill on Kezu.
Never underestimate the power of throw. They just made a couple of mistakes in a row, which allows Nip to come back, get some levels. Once Undying, the most important part is Undying was in all of those kills, and now he's level 14. With the level 15 talent, Tombstone on that, you just want to die with that hero once you use your spells.
Yeah. Possibly have those multiple tombstones down. It seems like things are, despite it being a 10,000 net worth lead, I always kind of mention how sometimes net worths don't tell the tale of the game. It feels like with the last two deaths of Mage and then that kill on a Kezu over top, like 10,000 doesn't feel like 10,000 at the moment. It feels a little bit better for NIP than 10,000. So I'm over here. Got this Manta coming out soon for the TB. He actually went into the BKB first. That's a 10-second BKB ready for him. As well as Lena having a 10-second BKB. So, I mean, NIP could be 2 fights away from taking the lead here.
11,000 network does not tell how much ahead they are, because Nips are the one who are actually putting the pressure. They're just gonna continue because they're not showing on the map. Storm Spirit was top, and even if they're taking Roche, it's not going down that quickly. But the problem is they have a Treant, so they need to fully commit on getting this tower. Tombstone is dropped. Let's see the reaction.
They have meta in 9, and there's the Aegis picked up by Mage. So they have 7 lives here for Lithium with that reincarnation, but they'll just take the tier 3. Ball Lightning in from Mage, Moonlight Shadow. Courier's going to be protected. Now the Ice Blast is going to hit onto 33. Kezu comes in with the Wraith Fire Blast. That's going to hit onto the Winter Wyvern. 33 still alive. Lincoln's going to get popped here onto Mage. They'll take out Soxa. Maybe next time's going to fall as well. Finally, 33 hits the deck, and the buyback comes out from Soxa. Ace hitting away at Kezu. Takes his first life away. Pexu killed off thanks to Lena, as Fada uses the Laguna Blade to help take out the Treant Protector. But they lose the reincarnation. They still hold on the Aegis.
Yeah, this is really not worth it for Team Lithium. They lost the tier 3 tower. They lost 2 supports in trade, actually for 2 supports, but they managed to take down Wraith King. And Wraith King in the late game, he can't really do anything against the Terrorblade. He's just gonna get kited. Once Terrorblade hits level 20, 10 reflection cooldown, gonna get all the auras, and I'm not sure this is the right choice. He went for Assault Cuirass, so that means with the reflection, Terrorblade is gonna get that one with the reflection.
Going into the Butterfly next, as he has finished off that Manta. Arrow flying in, saying hello to Ace, but not connecting. But Ace able to farm up this stack. I mean, having a real fun time is TB now. This is now Lithium, I think, trying to secure their lead as BKB is going to be used as Mage goes in. BKB was popped by Fada. They got the ball lightning as well as the silence on a Sox, so they get themselves one. They look over at 33. The LSA misses Mage, and they've got the cold feet through onto the Ogre Magi. The amount of slows on top of him. They'll get the kill. So 2 heroes dead. There's the lead forward. Fada in a little bit of trouble as he's been rooted up. And he will be taken out as a triple kill here for Madara. So that's the fight that Lithium needed. Things were not looking good, but you know that Metamorphosis is on cooldown. You know you have the Aegis. Reincarnation's back up. 7 lives again. And they're going to go to
the arrow hits. Whoa. Meta not up yet for the next 19 seconds.
Fire Blast, LSA. Dragon Slave, and there's the reincarnation popped by Mage. Ball lightning in for just a moment. Ace comes through. There's the reflection to follow it up. Let's see if they can get any exit kills. Ball lightning away from Mage. He's low on mana, but nice to get this second kill on Kezu after the reincarnation and getting the secondary one with the multicast coming out from 33. So Rip popping the Lincolns. That allows Fada to use the Yules with the stun. They've got the Dragon Slave. No Laguna Blade because he doesn't have mana for it, but he has the wand charges. They'll take out the Aegis. I think he's holding on to the wand charges because he wants to have the Laguna Blade for after he comes back with the Aegis. There it is. Lincoln's pop, Laguna Blade thrown, and Mage is dead, and the gem is picked up.
And now they're in the driving seat. 80 seconds for Storm Spirit. He has a buyback. Oh, I pressed something and now I see only dire vision. How do I fix that?
You might have pressed F2. It should be set to F1 to get entire vision back, but sometimes it unbinds itself, so it's in the settings on spectator, and then you can just set the button.
Yeah. Let me do that real quick because it's really annoying.
Yeah, that happened to me the other day. It apparently unbinds every time you turn on Dota. So
yeah, it actually does.
it's awful. I like using that ability a lot, especially when we talk about vision. Take out the shrine. I mean, the Rosh isn't up for a while, but Nipper definitely in a spot where they can start to set up to be around that Rosh. It's a little early now. Maybe it'll require them to get another pick off a little bit later, but still. A fight like that where now they're waiting for Roche, get the next couple of items out, where Butterfly comes through for Ace. They're looking for the Hurricane Pike here for Lena. Ags for the Ogre Magi is finished off. I'm actually in love with the fact that they're picked up a core Ogre right now.
Man, Ogre is so goddamn tanky. With the level 15 talents, 300 HP plus 40 strength. Look at him, 3.5k HP. He has damage, magical reduction.
He's an absolute champ here. I hope to see more Ogre. But it's like, because we've been in the same meta for a while here, it seems like, but teams are still finding ways to bring new heroes into the mix. Like Ogre here for Ninjas in Pyjamas. We don't see that all too often.
The prize is mine.
Oh, that's the beauty of Dota. You can always have different ideas. It just takes one stubborn guy in the pro scene who wants to make something happen, and it kind of happens. Or just because people tend to copy each other, and then it becomes a trend or a meta.
I wonder if we'll see more Ogres as time comes on, but I mean, personally, I'm hoping for maybe a bit of a patch come through soon. But I like it. We're still seeing new things. We still see the Ogre, and now Kezu has to be really careful. Arctic Burn comes out, slowing up Kezu for a moment. He's got the heal coming out from the Treant. Arrow thrown in, but that'll split the seams as it goes through to Ace as well as 33. Overgrowth comes through on a couple of these heroes. The BKB is going to be popped by Ace, but get the first life of the Wraith King looking over at Pex with the Metamorphosis as well as the Laguna Blade coming out. Axe is actually picked up here for the Ancient Apparition. I'd like to see if he can land a really nice Ice Blast, how things can change.
They'll try to back off meta. 25 seconds. They do not want to take the fight anymore. That's a full Butterfly on Terrorblade. Once he gets Scotty, this Wraith King is not going to move. And building auras against the Terrorblade is just a pure suicide. Like, you just give them free AC that has, what, 6 seconds, 12 seconds, 6 seconds, 0, oh, right, okay. It's 0.5 seconds downtime if he catches Wraith King every time with the reflection.
Yeah, you basically have that.
I became NA. I became NA for a second. My math did not work.
Jesus. Just crushing us with our with the NA math. My math is a little bit better than that. I'd like to give myself credit, but
Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
let's see. But it's basically AC throughout the entire fight with that reflection cooldown.
top shrine
until they
is
end up
under attack.
losing Kezu.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Just,
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
I don't know. It's like, you said don't build the Radiance, but he goes into the AC. It's not the same, but it's similar in the fact that you're giving
kind
away
of
the
worse.
AC. Yeah.
Yeah. Roche will respawn in 15 seconds. Meta will be up by then. 30 seconds. They can't take it down that quickly. Do you want to hear a dad joke? How can you tell a Terrorblade is not in meta? Because he has a melee attack. I'll escort myself out.
You don't have a kid somewhere, do you?
Yeah, not that I know of.
You'll know when the dad jokes start getting too good. You're like, I've been making a lot of dad jokes recently. You have a kid somewhere. Just trust me.
I'm gonna get DNA tested when I start making those jokes. Mirana with the full all-in damage type. Almost level 25. MKB and getting closer to Daedalus.
Arrow thrown, not gonna hit. Both teams don't want to give up this Aegis. But Ninjas in Pyjamas, they smoke up. Let's see if they can find anything. Pexu's invis. And I believe PPD had his smoke snapped. And now they're going to go to the high ground. PPD comes in. He starts with the decay. That's going to be the Winter's Curse. Locking into his Madara is going to be hit up by the stun with the BKB being popped by Fada. They'll use the Laguna Blade. Madara is going to be killed off by Ace. And Ace also using the BKB. Mage coming across. As Kezu, Wraith Fire Blast on a PPD. Looking to get one more. Where they might be able to just be spending this time in Roche.
They're just gonna go into Roche pit. The play that Storm could go for is try to ninja that Aegis or just cut the waves, but it's gonna get harder and harder. Someone needs to give him vision. Great King has ulti, he could be the one blinking in, but look at this Roche just melting completely.
They're gonna give the Aegis to Terrorblade, and I mean, my thoughts are I'm not a huge fan of Terrorblade with the Aegis. But
Yeah, I think Terrorblade is probably the only hero who has a transformation that does well, because even if he dies in the melee, he can still draw a lot of attention and has that reflection, or almost perma reflection, which is pretty damn nice. I mean, he has a Flutter and a Bloodlust, so he's almost moving at max move speed once he uses Flutter. He does actually, but and then he can still chase and kill people.
yeah, I guess that is a better point, though. I always think about Aegis with Metamorphosis just not being worth it, but with the reflection, having him up a second time could be very much worth it.
Especially if he's level 25 with the Sunder cooldown.
I'm getting a
Oh
second
god,
wind.
yeah. Just constantly sundering. Seen that before, where you're just trying to kill the Terrorblade and you're just throwing heroes at him and he just continues to sunder and wipe. BKB popped by Fada.
And Storm as well. I mean, Storm does not have a BKB. I mean, he popped a Regen, Mirana ulti. What's the status on that BKB? 7 seconds. Terrorblade, 7 seconds as well. They just want to synergize.
Yeah, that's all it is. They've got the timings down. This Ice Blast with Ags, though, I think it could be very effective. Come later in this game where maybe they throw an Overgrowth
Shadows take us.
and they find a really good Ice Blast with Ags.
This is a second gem that Raid King bought. I mean, he can afford it since he has Hand of Midas. It always feels weird to itemize Raid King when you're playing against the Terrorblade. Like, no matter what you buy, it just does not feel good enough.
The 275 on the Fire Blast, does that counts on unrefined too as well, right?
Say again?
Does the 275 Fire Blast damage also count to the unrefined Fire Blast?
Yes, yes.
Alright, just making sure, because it does say Fire Blast damage on unrefined. I was just... how often do you see a 25 Ogre?
Not very often, not much. Not very often you see Ogre, actually, but we have a new trend, so glad to see that hero, man. It's always funny to laugh when someone dies to 3 or 4 times multicast.
Yeah, get hit by both Fire Blasts with the extra 275 damage. It's going to be interesting if Ogre can just go off and get lucky. For right now, with the Aegis on the Terrorblade, I think Ninjas in Pyjamas were looking to try and find a kill somewhere, but I think they had smoked over mid, but the BKB that got used by Lena kind of deterred that for a moment. They're starting to move themselves over bottom. Meanwhile, top Madara is here with Peksu on the Treant, but here they go. They're going to go for this Rax. They pop the Metamorphosis. We'll see how Lithium try to handle this. Ball lightning in. They look over at Ace. Ace has the BKB as well as the Axe. Or Aegis, excuse me, not Axe. And there's the BKB coming through. Overgrowth was used by Peksu. It looks like he's going to lose this melee Rax as well as the range Rax, and there's been no answer yet for Lithium. Lightning in, looking possibly for Saksa. Laguna Blade's going to be used a little bit higher in the fight.
Mirana on the lane. She actually took the tower, not the Raxes though. Do they want to chase? Nothing to chase. Storm zipping in.
BKB going to be popped by Madara.
Oh, mid lane as well. Like, they had skeletons summoned on the mid lane, and he didn't go for no reincarnation mana cost because they have no mana burn whatsoever. So 2 times skeletons plus 35 skeleton damage. These young warriors, man.
it's the clan of the Wraith coming in when you use the skeletons. They found the Rax out of that. Surprisingly, it's still a 10,000 net worth lead for Lithium. It surely doesn't feel like that.
Definitely
It feels
not.
even almost.
Full Abyssal Blade on a Wraith King. But who do they even focus? Like, they can't go in and just focus one guy. These heroes can't die. Always have a good amount of heal. You have a Winter Wyvern ulti to just cancel the initiation. They need to hit Wig, AA ulti.
Ball lightning coming in from Mage. BKB's going to be popped by Fada. Kezu going in with Mage. The Ice Blast gets thrown in with the arrow. It's not going to hit on anybody, but they'll get themselves this Saksa Winter Wyvern. They'll look for more. On the back lines, taking out 33. Tombstone is put down, but it's not really going to do much. And without the Ogre and without the Winter Wyvern, they back up into their base. So buyback from 33. And there's the Moonlight Shadow coming out, but the damage is heavy onto Kezu. He'll reincarnate. This actually slows down PPD. He'll end up drawing. The buyback comes out onto PPD as well as Saksa. BKB is going to be popped by Madara, and now the Sunder comes in, and they'll get the kill onto this Mirana. They'll look for more. Mage already going, and he's out of here. He'll leave the rest of his team as they kill Kezu and Peksu. If he had stayed, he would probably be dead as well. They all have buyback, however, so it's not the worst thing in the world, as 3 buybacks were used by Ninjas in Pyjamas. But Kezu does buyback.
Storm is so annoying. He's going to try to cut the waves, but needs to clear the top wave first. And there are 2 catapults he doesn't deal. Okay, he has a double damage in bottle, so he can actually deal with those. When's the Roche spawn timer? May respawn in less than a minute. Do they want to try to go and force a buyback? Meta, 10 more seconds. Okay, Sunder cooldown is online now. 5 seconds cooldown.
Dyer's
illusions. Here are the skeletons. Blink, Wraithfire Blast. Oh! Fada getting obliterated there. Mage going in for more. There's the Electric Vortex coming in onto PPD. Look at this army of just skeletons.
So laggy. Skeletons, Tombstone, Reflection, FPS dropping.
Oh my god. I'm gonna need one of those RTX 2080s. Just to play this game. NVIDIA, if you guys are watching.
Sell out.
We can both use one. I'm not just asking for myself.
Well, then you're not a sellout. Shout out to... Just kidding. Storm Spirit has full Bloodthorn completed, and he has a gem. He's kind of running out of slots. Has one more slot if he swaps that gem. They don't have too many invis. What? Two? Okay, 2 Glimmer Caves. Someone needs to carry that gem.
Kezu and the crew. Just trying to clean up these illusions.
Roche is up.
Yeah, and Lithium spotted. And
Roche goes down so quickly with Mirana having both Daedalus, MKB. She can actually solo Roche.
There we go. Moonlight Shadow's going to be used. Ball lightning in. And Ninjas of Pyjamas, they're just nowhere close enough to even try to contest this.
Refresher Shard. Does AA have it? Or Treant? Let me check. Okay, so Raid King has Refresher Shard. I'm not sure that's the best hero to carry it. The problem is that the Treant Protector does not have any kind of a mobility item, so he can't just get in. Maybe that's why they're not giving him Refresher Shard, but the double ALT sounds nice.
Ulti used by PPD, dropping down the arrow. I believe gets stopped by a zombie. And then Kezu, now he's going to be stunned up. The LSA comes out. Mage is going to ball lightning in with the BKB being popped by Ace. They'll look for the kill on a Kezu. He's got himself a second life as well as the Electric Vortex being used on a Soxa. Pexu's going to be the first one to fall on the side of Lithium. He gets the buyback out, but Ace is dead. He's got 99 seconds. He's got buyback, but they lose Fada as well. Down goes Madara. There's the Winter's Curse. Soxa on the littlest amount of health, trying to walk away here. Ends up being taken out by maybe next time, as well as 33 falling. The buyback from the Lina as well as the Terrorblade, but still 5 here after a couple of buybacks used from Lithium.
Yeah, look at all these summons, those skeletons. Bottom lane is pushing, but they still have Treant Protector to heal it up. No buyback on Ogre or Winter Wyvern, and alright, Undying also does not have a buyback. They might want to try to go and finish the game from here. Meta is down for the next 90 seconds.
Take the top melee racks. Up 30,000 net worth now.
I can't wait to see Radiant's top barracks fall.
Ball lightning in. There it is with the Orchid, as well as the BKB being popped by Fada. They go for the tier 4. Stun onto 3. Laguna Blade coming out doing nothing. And Fada, he's dead for 2 minutes, and this is looking like it could be GG, but meanwhile, the Ancient's going to be taken, or at least attempted to be taken by Ace. He's getting it solo. They're going to try and TP back Madara. This is a huge problem. He's used the BKB. Nips steal the game.
Oh my god, they actually did it!
What?
They had a glyph, and they used the glyph. He TP'd back, and that's it. I think Lithium needed like 1 more second. Wow.
I thought he'd go for it, but he got it.
Just to double check. All right, Ninjas is in Pyjamas victory. They took the throne first.
Was it that close? I just don't have
Yeah,
split
it was.
screen.
It was.